Hi, my name is Julie Green, and this is a response to some of the actions that are going on right now about school violence. I was a kid once, and I'm not a kid anymore. I'm 60 years old. When I was a kid, it was the 1960s and 1970s. I'm kind of surprised that kids are speaking out against guns and not speaking out about against psychiatric drugs. I keep wondering who's putting these kids up to it, because why are they not speaking out against psychiatric drugs? Because psychiatric drugs are responsible for school shootings. We've always had guns. I am not pro guns. I would never have a gun around. I don't think guns solve anything. I'm kind of anti-guns. I don't think guns mean security. I don't think guns mean safety. I don't think having a gun solves anything, and I would not own one to defend myself. I think staying safe means freedom, freedom of speech, being free and having a measure of privacy in your life, and quiet. I feel secure when I have a quiet environment without too much noise, without too much blaring television, being able to sit quietly. That to me is safety and security. And having my dog around, that to me. And if you don't want violence in your life, don't be violent. Don't act violent. That will help you. Don't do drugs. Don't steal. Then you will be safe, because people won't. Don't hit to solve problems. Hitting doesn't solve anything. Being violent doesn't solve anything. If you live a good life, others will be good to you. Maybe. You can only hope, but hitting won't solve a problem. Taking away guns isn't going to solve anything if you don't solve the root of the problem. Drugging people doesn't solve anything. It in itself is a violent act. When you think about drugging children, when they don't really have a choice about it, that's, when you think about it, violent. And the violence is force. It's force. And so what are you saying when you say no guns? It doesn't get at the root of the problem. When I was a kid, we were speaking out against the Vietnam War, because what they were doing in Vietnam was making war in a very small, poor country, and it just wasn't making any sense. People who were young, who didn't have a choice about going to war, were coming back in body bags. What kind of sense did that make? It didn't make sense. These were kids that were older than me, but not much older than me, and were coming home dead. It was really sad. At the school, they were telling me, don't do drugs, because when kids do drugs, they end up dead. And I'm telling you, get the drugs out of the school. A prescribed drug, that's the same drug as what you get on the street. Giving drugs to kids is not the answer. It's not treatment, and it doesn't solve anything. Instead of speaking out about guns, you need to speak out about the other violence happening to children. It's happening in the doctor's office. It's a white-collar crime, psychiatry. Because at the root of every single school shooting is psychiatric drugs. Speak out against this sham that's happening in all the schools across America, because at the root of all these school shootings is a kid who's been drugged. It messes with your mind. And that's why they grab the guns and shoot. The gun is only a tool, and it won't be used unless a kid is pissed off. Let's reach out to each other with compassion instead of a pill before it's too late. Thank you.